Today I'm going to teach you samosas. These are very popular in India and here in the United States. They are turnovers made with pastry dough stuffed with spicy peas and potatoes. The first step to making samosas is making the dough. I have all-purpose flour here. To this I'm going to add some salt and then some oil. And exactly like you would do for pastry dough, we do for the samosa, is add and mix the oil to the flour. When you make a fist with the pastry dough, it should hold. Right now it's not, so that means we need a little more oil. This is a trick that I learned from my mother. You know that you've added enough oil when you take the pastry flour in your hand and make a fist, and if it holds its form, then you've added the right amount of oil. Now I'm going to use some water to bind it all together, and then we will let this flour, pastry dough rest, and then we will cover it with a wet towel and let it sit for about 45 minutes to an hour before we shape it into samosas. The first step to making the samosa stuffing is to roast some cumin seeds. Let them cool, and then we'll grind it in either a pestle and mortar or in a coffee grinder in which you've never ground coffee. To make the stuffing, I have some boiled russet potatoes. I'm going to add some frozen peas to this, some crushed peanuts. You can use salted or unsalted, it's up to you. Some coriander powder, some mango powder, that is going to give the tartness. This is the roasted cumin that we are going to grind and put this in the potatoes. And instead of cayenne pepper, I'm going to use some green chilies right here and some cilantro. And then we'll mix all this up, and of course some salt. And our stuffing is ready. And now the next thing to do is to roll out small portions of the dough that we had made for the samosas. I'm going to knead this for a few minutes, and you can see it's a nice smooth dough. So each ball is going to give us 2 samosas. And the rest of the dough, I'm going to just kind of cover it and let it sit under the damp towel so that it doesn't dry off. And then I'm going to smoothen out the ball. And then we'll spread it out with a rolling pin. There are several tricks to making the samosa. One, of course, is that the dough that we roll out must be very thin. And I'm going to cut this into half. And we'll put one half here. And this half I'm going to spread again. I'm going to take a little water and put it on the cut edge, all the way across the cut edge. Then I lift the half and put one half on top of the other to give me a funnel shape. And this is going to be the shell for the samosa. And then we are going to take our filling and put it in here. And then again, to seal, we are going to put a thin film of water all along the open edge of the funnel, and then get the edges together to seal the samosa. And I have the oil heating on the stove, and we're going to fry these on very, very low heat so that they're nice and crispy and crunchy. They've been frying for about 15 minutes or so, and we are ready to put the next batch in. And these are going to be put on a plate and served with green chutney. Enjoy.